Yeah, I think it's just kind of hockey's a game where when things are going well, it kind of comes in bunches. So I'm in kind of one of those hot streaks right now, and just got to keep working hard, and good things will keep happening.
It seemed like a sleepy start for the first couple periods for you. How did you guys get out of it? It seemed like Savard's goal may have awakened things a bit.
Yeah, I think it was a gradual process throughout the game. I think we started off slow, but slowly got our energy back, and then by the third period, I think we were rolling over pretty well. So it's just one of those games you learn from. And it's a cliche to say you want to play a full 60, but it is true. And I think especially you want to have a good start, most importantly. So it's something we learn from and move forward.
Was your shot just innocent enough? The goal shot?
Yeah, just puck came around the wall, and those ones when there's a crowd in front, you just kind of want to put it in the area, and it happened to find its way in the back of the net.
Did you know that he didn't have a stick?
The goalie?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was just kind of focused on keeping the puck in, and they had a forward kind of counter pinching me, so it was just a grab and shoot, and
hopefully best.
Yeah, hopefully best. So.
How much did you need that though, Kevin? Because you're having trouble getting out of your own zone, and like things weren't happening, and all of a sudden, when you get one like that gives you instant confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's funny the way the game works. You go from battling in your own end to all of a sudden the team gets a goal at the other end. So it's just a matter of sticking with it and playing tight in your own zone, and then making the most of your chances in the offensive zone.
I'll tell you something that was impressive too. At the end, there was a sense of calmness. 2-1. Didn't matter if the face-off was in your end or their end. There was that calmness. It looked like there was that confidence you'd get the job done tonight.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest differences from when I first got here on the bench there. If we were up by a goal or they were putting some pressure on the last 5 minutes, you kind of had that feeling you're sitting on the edge of your seat, and it wasn't really a positive vibe on the bench. But that's a credit to the team. We've really come a long way, and we've learned a lot. And now we're a confident group, and when we find our way in those situations, we know that we can get the job done.
Thanks, Kevin. Kevin Connaughton talking tonight. Nick Foligno, who is a newly signed Blue Jacket, is over here talking, and he's probably already talking about his contract, but let's get a little bit more from Mr. Foligno here.
I'm just going to try and make good on the contract and have fun here.
With the game tonight seemed to be kind of a microcosm of the way the season's gone for you guys. Kind of a slow start. Towards the end of the second period, you really started to turn it on that one shift when you got put up with Dubinsky and Calvert there. You guys had a couple of chances there towards the end of the period.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we came out really well, and then penalties and kind of sat back a little bit, and they got some momentum off their goal, and we just didn't have that pushback. But I thought it was a big goal in the end of the second to get us going. It was fun to play with those guys. I think we play a pretty similar style where we like to cycle and use our big bodies, and we were able to kind of put some pressure on them, and it worked for us. So it was nice to be able to get up there with those guys and play and do well. And then I just thought it was big plays by different guys. You see Cracknell take a huge block there at the end of the period. And I thought David Savard was really good. Kevin Connaughton really stepped up, and he's been playing awesome for us. And you're just starting to see more and more guys step up into roles, and we're finding ways to win games right now. And I can't say any more about number 72. He was outstanding again tonight.
Bob as usual, right?
Absolutely.
What is it about this team, this city, this franchise that you've been through a lot since you've been here these past few seasons? But I mean, what is it that made you want to stay?
Everything. I love the guys here. First and foremost, I think you have to believe in the team and what you're doing here and coming in every day. And I believe in what the organization is preaching. I believe in our coaching staff. They've made me a better player since I've been here. And most importantly, I believe in the guys. I love coming to the rink. I love battling with this group of guys. And I want to win a Stanley Cup here with this group of guys. So that was my commitment to them, and to see them reciprocate it and get a deal done. And I couldn't be more happy. So I'm so excited to be here for 6 years. My family, we're ecstatic, to put some roots down here, and then now my goal is to better myself and help better this team and to bring a Stanley Cup here. That's what I told them, and that's going to be my ultimate goal. And and I think every guy in here feels the same way.
You feel like you've grown into so-called.
Nick Foligno talking here tonight. He just signed a 6-year, $33 million contract earlier today, before this game started. Ryan Johansson standing over here all alone. I feel so sorry for him being here. Hey, great. Hey, great empty net goal tonight. And it sounds strange to say that, but you guys have struggled so much in that situation of hitting that empty net. So, and you looked very calm coming down the ice doing it. I mean, the group of you. It looked like there was no panic whatsoever.
Yeah, I think it was Fliggs who started making a good play at the blue line, and then Doobie just passed it over, and I just had to hit the net, so that was good.
It was good, and it gives you a little bit of assurance that you're going to get the win. And again, you guys have gone into these games, these 2-1 games, not knowing if 60 minutes is going to be enough here lately.
Yeah, they have so many good players on that side. You're never sure. You want to make sure you capitalize on those chances so that you're not giving their star players some extra time to make something happen.
Remember back when things weren't going so well, and we talked about an ugly win would be really acceptable. Now, you guys take a game like tonight. It wasn't all that flashy, but you found a way. You found a way to come back from being down 1-0, take the 2-1 lead, and then finish it with the empty netter. What did you learn when things were not going so well that you can put into play now and turn things around like you did tonight?
Yeah, I think we just have that confidence level right now and that trust in one another that, we'll get the job done. And, when we made our mistakes, Bob came up to help us and made some big saves. And when we had to score goals, we did. So, like you said, it wasn't the prettiest win, but we'll take it going on the road here now.
10-1-1 in the month of December and get you right back in the conversation, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. And but we dug ourselves a big hole, and it's about moving forward. We can't be satisfied where we're at, and obviously we've done some great things this past month or so, but we'll just keep building off that and try and get better as a team.
And finally, what does it mean for this team when it gets announced before the game that Nick Foligno is going to be around for another 6 years? He was just talking about how much he loves being around you guys. What does it mean to the rest of you knowing he's going to be here?
Yeah, it's awesome. Fliggs he's a big part of this team, and in the room, off the ice. He's always involved in everything we're doing, and it takes time to really be around the guys, and obviously we see it on the ice. He plays with his heart on his sleeve, and a huge part of our team, and he's been a very important piece for our success this year too. So we're very excited to have him back for more years to come.
Thank you, Ryan. Ryan Johansson talking with us here in the Blue Jackets dressing room as we will finish it up here tonight. Directing traffic and the whole 9 yards here. We've got much more to come. Head coach Todd Richards will be addressing the media in just a couple of minutes to talk about this game, about this win, about this month, and probably about Nick Foligno and knowing that he's going to be around here for a long time. I would imagine all of those things could come up. They could. They very well could. And we'll find out as we continue here at BlueJackets.com and on the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Calendar feature helps you track your spending, like bills, rent, and of course nachos. Visit pncvirtualwallet.com for details. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. PNC Bank is a proud partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
I'm Peyton Manning, and I joined Nationwide because they put members first. And what's important to you is important to them.
What about my car?
Yep.
2 minutes, 30 seconds, guys.
Our house?
Definitely. Protecting what you care about. Just another way Nationwide does it right. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Paid spokesperson, subject to underwriting guidelines. Scales and availability vary.
Nationwide is the official sponsor of the Columbus Blue Jackets. To join the nation, visit a local agent or nationwide.com.
It's the perfect sports bar because it's not just a sports bar.
I'm Gary Calico, founder and president of Rusty Bucket. A lot of families build their sports world around the bucket.
It's not just a guy's night out. You can bring your wife, you can bring your kids.
We get a lot of groups in after games.
Great place after the game.
Kids love to come here.
The Rusty Bucket Restaurant and Tavern. Build your football Friday nights, game day Saturdays, and pro Sunday and night games around the bucket. Find one at myrustybucket.com.
He shoots, he scores! He shoots, he scores! He
shoots, he scores!
NHL Ticket Exchange gives ticket holders a sure shot at getting in. It's the only official ticket exchange of the NHL, where
1 minute,
Blue
30
Jackets
seconds.
ticket is verified by Ticketmaster. This is how the NHL does it. You don't get somebody's old ticket, but a new one reissued just for you. Don't get burned by ticket fraud. Buy or sell at NHL.com/ticket exchange.
He shoots, he scores!
NHL Ticket Exchange is a trademark of the National Hockey League.
Join the battle from everywhere with the Blue Jackets mobile app. Follow every shot, goal, and penalty with live game updates and listen to the Blue Jackets Radio Network broadcast. Plus, get
All right,
breaking
1 minute
news,
till
highlights,
music.
live
1
video
minute.
programming, customized game alerts, and all the great feature content from BlueJackets.com at your fingertips. Download the Blue Jackets mobile app now on the App Store, Google Play, or text CBJ app to 37664. That's CBJ app
45
to
seconds.
37664.
Blue Jacket fans, enter your child for the chance to be the Con's little chip of the game and stand alongside the Blue Jackets starting lineup on the ice at an upcoming game. Each winning child gets
30
4
seconds till
tickets
music.
and the opportunity to meet a Columbus Blue Jackets player. Enter at bluejackets.com/little chip. And don't forget to pick up your favorite Con's chips
20
at
seconds till
participating
music.
local retailers. Now with Blue Jackets branded packaging. Cons, the official chip of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
10 seconds till music. Stand by. All right, 5 seconds. And you're live.
Blue Jackets a winner 3-1 over the Minnesota Wild tonight here at Nationwide Arena. Didn't take an overtime, didn't take a shootout. Just 60 minutes of hockey, well done by the Blue Jackets here tonight. And again, there were points in this game where it looked like Minnesota had everything done the way that they wanted to. It looked like they had the Blue Jackets hemmed in. It looked like the Blue Jackets were going to have a hard time getting out of their own zone. They did that for a long time in this game. They had a hard time getting out of their own zone. But again, when they needed it, they needed the goal. They found a way to get it tonight. Kevin Connaughton doing the yeoman's work again tonight. He winds up with a goal and an assist in this game this evening. And his goal, a big one, just picking the puck up on the left wing boards, firing it toward the net. And the Blue Jackets at that point went from having absolutely nothing going their way to having a little something, and that was something that they built upon. And they took care of the rest of the way. David Savard with a power play goal, and that put them up 2-1. But just this game tonight, as I just talked to Ryan Johansson about a couple of minutes ago, this game tonight wouldn't have happened back in November. They wouldn't have been able to overcome a lot of these things in November. In that span where they lost 15 out of 17 games and didn't have anything going their way, they couldn't overcome obstacles like this one tonight. Tonight they did, and they did it their way, and they finished with 2 points. Here's head coach Todd Richards to address the media.
How did you sort of awaken later in the second period and into the third? It seemed like Minnesota was really pressuring you and taking you out of your element in your own zone a little bit.
The way I felt about the game was the first probably 10 minutes, I thought we were pretty good. I think we had given up one shot up to that point, and I think the penalties took us out of rhythm. They scored a goal, and we got flat there. And the second period, I think we started that way. They were skating, and we needed a spark, and I think we got the spark from Dubinsky's line, the three of them. They had a couple shifts in the offensive zone, and they had that big scramble out front of the net. And to me, that was the spark that we needed.
How much does 500 mean to you? Not the winning percentage, just psychologically being back at square even heading into next year.
We talked about it a while ago, about getting back to 500. And we had an opportunity a couple games ago when we lost to Nashville, I think right before Christmas. And it's a credit to the guys. Where we were at, I don't know how long ago, a month and a half ago, whatever it was, when we were sitting at, 6-15 and whatever we were. That's a big hole. And to get back to 500 is a good accomplishment where we're at. But now we can't just be satisfied with it. Again, we talked about it in the room. This is what we want to get to, where we want to get to. We've done that, but now we got to push for more now.
Todd, you're going to have Nick Foligno around here for the next several years. I think there's times where he's maybe pushed your buttons a little bit through his aggression, but it seems like maybe that's hasn't been the case so much this year. But just your thoughts on having him around long term for this club.
It's obviously it's great for both sides. It's great for Nicky. You want to see guys do well, both on the ice and off the ice, and he's earned it. And obviously you can see how the club feels, how we all feel about Nicky and what he provides this organization, what he does for this team. And it's just one less thing that probably he has to worry about and we have to worry about, and those things are good. So Nicky he provides a lot of things for the team, not only what you guys see out on the ice. And he's one of the veteran guys I think a lot of guys look to as far as leadership. He's been around, so he understands what needs to be done at certain times. And he's one guy, and I've said it before, in the offensive zone on our team that can he's strong enough to make a play, he's skilled enough to make a play.
Todd Connaughton comes in, he has 3 points Saturday, comes in tonight, 2 more points. I mean, how impressive is this performance and what he's bringing right now?
He's done a great job for us since he's come in, and you can see the confidence. He had a turnover in the third period, but other than that, you can see he had a rush in the second period. He picked the puck up behind our net and skated down the ice, and that's one thing that he's provided our back end, is a guy that can go back, pick up a puck, and carry it the length of the ice. Skated out of trouble and make plays. So he's been, the way he's playing right now, obviously he's been a great addition to our team.
The first 2 goals scored by defensemen, how big over the last 10, 12, 14 games has the defense been for the success of the club that you're seeing, as far as those guys stepping up and doing what they need to do?
Well, we need contributions from everywhere. And, tonight we got it from defensemen, and I don't know off the top of my head. But Jack's had some games, and Wiz has had some games where we've gotten some offensive production from them. And when you're missing some key guys up front, and there's injuries in your lineup, you need other guys to step up, and our defensemen have done that as far as the production offensively.
Todd, you're like a lot of coaches where you like to segment the season and break up games into clusters. Can you tell us what you set forth maybe at the beginning of December as to what the goal was this month and how far you may have exceeded it?
Well, we didn't have a goal this as far as the month of December. There were some things that we set up leading up to Christmas break. Was really our segment that we were looking at, and instead of getting guys to focus on the big challenge ahead, it's as I said, in climbing the mountain, sometimes you got to break those into little segments, and they did that, and now we started our next segment. We're going to try to achieve what we want there.
Todd, Connaughton's goal came from kind of an odd angle, and Savvy just stepped up and let the puck rip. Has the message or the mantra maybe to just shoot the puck, put the puck on net, is that hitting home now, do you think, with this success the last couple games?
It's easier, but I would still like to see us. I think there are opportunities that we still passed up on. But, simple plays, put the puck to the net. And when you go back and look at Savard's goal, Connaughton does a really good job getting off the wall hard. And he takes a few hard strides to get to the middle of the ice. And it looks like the goaltender never sees the pass, never sees it. I think he's anticipating the shot coming because there's traffic. But to me, the key was Connaughton getting off the wall and getting in the middle of the ice, because he became a threat. And then guys came out and opened up Savard for the one-timer. All right, Happy New Year, guys.
Head coach Todd Richards talking to the media tonight after his team's 3-1 win over the Minnesota Wild. Jody Shelley joins me right now for Jody's Take. At the beginning of December, I think the Blue Jackets won the first game, and you said they are undefeated in December. And I said, well, if we're still saying that by the end of the month, that would be great. Got close. 1 regulation loss, 1 overtime loss. But, man, 10-1-1 is pretty darn good.
Not bad.
You're pretty good.
I think that's – and listen, this game, it's segments. So what a great segment.
and what a happy New Year these guys are going to have. Get on the plane and go to Phoenix. But let's talk about this game. Started slow, on their heels. I thought Minnesota came out a lot of time in the Blue Jackets zone, and they just couldn't get things going. Halfway through the game, Todd switches Nick Foligno back up with Calvert and Dubinsky, and that just electrified the building. They took the puck to the net a couple times, and they just got more lines involved. Defenseman scored tonight. Kevin Connauton with that big goal, but I love the play to set up Savard for the game winner. Just he's moving up and down the ice all around, and he's just making heads-up play. Great job, great addition, and I love the depth scoring. I thought the fourth line had a really good first period and came out and tried to set the tempo, had some good chances in front. Jared Bull had some chances, but I loved the plays. I thought Wisniewski had a great opportunity on net just before Connauton's goal off the wall. Love to see the resiliency. The crowd was getting a little antsy, and I liked that. It was the power play wasn't going well, but they started, letting the players know it. They come up the ice and score. I just thought it was a fun night inside a Nationwide Arena. Ended with the fireworks. Did you catch that out there?
No, I was gone before the fireworks.
Oh, it was incredible. Indoor fireworks. Don't try that at home, Bob.
No.
Anyways, Happy New Year to everyone.
So much for the rest of my night. That was my
that
plan.
The plan.
That was the plan. It's
Gas
over.
that plan.
Okay.
Unless your house is as big as this building. Maybe it is.
Not a chance.
But have a great New Year, and here's to 2015. And the Jackets have a new segment coming up, starting in Phoenix to the All-Star break.
So now we have to talk about January. Can you be?
Not tonight.
No, not tonight.
Not till midnight.
We'll do that tomorrow. Jody, thank you.
Let's
Great
get out of
job. That looks nice, by the way. I like that. I know it's going to squirt water any second. All right. That's going to do it for our portion here of the Tim Hortons postgame show, but there's much more to come. That ends it at BlueJackets.com, but it does continue. Mark Wyatt returns with you. Happy New Year from Jody and I and all of the Blue Jackets organization here on the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.